Good morning and welcome back. It's actually afternoon where I'm at, but I really don't care. I've been awake for roughly 10 minutes. I have a bowl of M&Ms and a glass of orange juice, the breakfast of champions. I'm going to be going over this next one here. The game that we're playing is basically Rock versus the Maverick Splash Black. Uh, Maverick being green-white creatures, the non-creatures being green Sunderean sword and equipment. Occasionally you'll find Sylvan libraries, but they're they're a lot better than they people think they are, and they should be in a lot more decks, but they're rarely played in the Maverick versions that I've been running across online. Not to say that they shouldn't be played, just they're just not where I'm seeing them a lot of the time. This hand is decent. It's it's very vulnerable. I don't honestly know if I keep it or not. I'm looking at it right now. I would not keep this hand at all. I don't know what my opponent's playing. There's a good chance that he's playing something with a wasteland, and that's a reality that you have to accept. Granted, there are two lands, but Maze of It does not produce a mana. So, yeah. And our six is bad as well, so let's go look at five. This hand is terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Is it better than a four land hand? Yes, it is better than a four land hand because it's a three land hand that gets all of our colors, possibly killing one of their lands, and at least lets us know what we're trying to do, what we're fighting against, which is the main thing that you want to do in Legacy. If you know what you're fighting against, your odds of winning increase dramatically. Whereas if you're in the dark, who knows what could happen to you? You could plan for the entirely wrong thing. Um, yeah. So we're going to keep this and we're going to find out what our opponent is playing because we are on the play for this. Or I think we're actually on the draw. Um, yeah. We're going on. We made a mistake here. When we drew the Stoneforge Mystic, we know our opponent has black mana, so the reason why I make this mistake here is because I see a Thoughtseize out there. But what I fail to realize is that Stoneforge Mystic not only thins our deck, but provides us with turns into the future, or plays into the future. We can always Thoughtseize them next turn and find out a little bit more. From the look of it at this point, I would have actually guessed that they were playing Rock using Noble Hierarchs in place of birds. Perhaps they didn't have access to them and they didn't want to spend the half ticket or whatever they're at now. Um, I don't know. But Thoughtseizing them at this point was the wrong play. The only thing that I would make the assumption on is that this person is playing black, white, green. You very rarely will see a black, green, blue player play a Noble Hierarch. And if he's playing Hierarch over Llanowar, he's got a third color in there. Um, there's no other way around it. So, yeah, this was the first misplay of the game, and it was the Thoughtseize. By the way, if we were planning on doing the Thoughtseize, we should have planned ahead and wastelanded our opponent back, dropped the diamond, and Thoughtseize them using just the diamond. That would set them back in mana. I believe I mentioned this later. Our opponent attacked us. The reason I'm not expecting that at all from watching this is, who would? I'd actually expect our opponent to hold the swords up to try and deal with anything that we play. He's got one mana available to him, three next turn, and then he attacks for two, which, in the grand scheme of things, with that gigantic knight sitting there staring us down, that'll be swinging for eight. It's two swings anyway. Why not leave it up? Um, but we are not here to judge my opponent at all. We're here to try and figure out why I'm an idiot.